everyone. Welcome back to the Story Corner, and I am so excited about today. Can you guys guess what kind of book we're going to be reading? If you guessed a fall Halloween book, you are absolutely right. Halloween is one of my most favorite times of the year, and I am ready. I've got all of my scarecrows and my pumpkins and my warm fuzzy jacket. So I am ready. And today we're going to read a little bit of scary story. You guys think that we can read a scary story? I bet you guys are way braver than I am. So I hope that you guys will like this story as much as I do. This story is called The Teeny Tiny Woman, and it is written and illustrated by Paul Galdoon. Once upon a time, there was a teeny tiny woman who lived in a teeny tiny house in a teeny tiny village. Now, one day, this teeny tiny woman put on her teeny tiny bonnet and stepped out of her teeny tiny house to take a teeny tiny walk. It's a wonderful time to take a walk during the fall. We get to see all of the leaves changing, and this picture shows all different kinds of colors. And when the teeny tiny woman had gone a teeny tiny way, she came to a teeny tiny gate. I wonder what that gate could lead to. Let's find out. So, the teeny tiny woman opened the teeny tiny gate and went into a teeny tiny churchyard. And when the teeny tiny woman had gotten into the middle of the teeny tiny churchyard, she saw a teeny tiny little bone. And the teeny tiny woman said to her teeny tiny self, "This teeny tiny bone will make me some teeny tiny soup for my teeny tiny supper." Bone soup. I don't know if I want to go and eat at her house. So, the teeny tiny woman put the teeny tiny bone into her teeny tiny pocket and went home to her teeny tiny house. When the teeny tiny woman got back to her teeny tiny house, she was a teeny tiny bit tired. So she went up the stairs to her teeny tiny bedroom. Reading about that makes me want to take a nap. Then the teeny tiny woman got into her teeny tiny nightgown and put the teeny tiny bone into a teeny tiny cupboard. Night, night. And the woman climbed into the teeny tiny bed and went right to sleep. When the teeny tiny woman had been asleep for a teeny tiny time, she was awakened by a teeny tiny voice from the teeny tiny cupboard. That voice said, "Give me my bone." Oh no. The teeny tiny woman was a teeny tiny bit frightened, so she hid her teeny tiny head under the teeny tiny covers and went to sleep again. Oh no, I don't think I could go back to sleep after that. When the teeny tiny woman had been asleep again for a teeny tiny time, the teeny tiny voice from the teeny tiny cupboard said again, this time a teeny tiny bit louder, "Give me my bone." This made the teeny tiny woman a teeny tiny bit more frightened. So she hid her teeny tiny head a teeny tiny bit further under the teeny tiny covers. Maybe we need to hide beneath the pumpkin. I don't know. This is getting a little scary. When the teeny tiny woman had been asleep again for a teeny tiny time, the teeny tiny voice said from the teeny tiny cupboard, a teeny bit louder, "Give me my bone." This made the teeny tiny woman a teeny tiny bit more frightened. So she stuck her teeny tiny head out of the teeny tiny covers and said in her biggest teeny tiny voice, "Take it!" And then she put her teeny tiny head back under the teeny tiny covers, and all was quiet. The end. Well, that was a really good story. Made me a little scared, but I was glad that everything worked out in the end. Did you guys like that story? Well, if you did, there are lots of other books by Paul Galdoon, and some of them are fairy tales and some of them are other scary stories, but I think they are all perfect to read during these fall months when we get to stay inside a little bit more and get to read even more books than we usually do. So if you guys would like to check out any of these books that we have at our library, you can come on down and we'll get you checked out and you can get your very own library card. And no teeny tiny voice or anything will ever ask you to give it back. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. So keep on reading and come back to see me again real soon. All right, bye-bye.